You're a Lancaster real estate agent. I'm here with Andre Young, and
Hello.
you are with?
You Evolving Now.
Yes, and what is that?
Well, we're a life-enrichment company, and we focus on enhancing work-life harmony and leadership on site for companies, employees, university athletics, and schools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I say work-life harmony because it's not a trigger word that most people know. They usually
Right.
say work-life balance.
That's
And-
right.
Yeah, and
I don't believe in balance.
I don't either, because it can be very difficult. Like when we go into some companies, it might be a blue collar, and I'm like, you're 12 hours on the line with your buddy. That's 12 hours, 5 days a week. That's 60 hours. I don't spend 60 hours with my wife, a week,
Right.
unabated like that. So it's not always about balance. It's all about harmony. How do we make both of them great?
Absolutely.
And so many companies talk about take care of yourself, work-life balance, or harmony, but every training you go to is all about how to impact the company, get better at your skill, get better at your craft, which is necessary, but stop telling me to take care of myself then. So how do
Right.
we bring it to work? Because people get busy when they get off work.
Oh, I know it.
And usually too busy to be better, too busy to do something that they know they need to do for themselves in all of their relationships as a person, a partner, a parent, professional. So we're going to bring it to them. And leadership. I want to first talk about personal leadership. How do you become a leader in and of your own life first? So it makes it easier for people to want to follow you. So how do we do that? And then we add some hard leadership skills. We bring it to your site, and it's all about evolving in your 4 Ps. You leave work better. You go home, it's better. You come back to work, it's better. And then they thank me, and I say, no, thank your company, because I didn't have to be here.
Right.
So that's
Yes.
a lot of what we do, and we have different services to do it.
Yes, I love that. So basically, the people that you go to or the people that you help are companies that have employees.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And university athletics and high schools just kind of took off over the past couple of months. I had no idea. I was doing some work at a university for primarily their football and then their athletics. And one of the coaches winds up being a high school principal. So said, hey, let's do this and make an impact there. And they can split it because we have quarterly. So I love doing speaking engagements, and that's something that you want for sure. But I said most of the time people are sitting there like, who's this guy going to be or woman going to be?
Right.
Don't you know how busy I am? And if you really wanted to treat me, let me go home early. So I said, what happens if your people like the speaker? What, you punish them and not ever bring them back? So we have some quarterlies one time every season. And we broke it down and did it with the high school students in an assembly, and then 2 with the employees and the staff. And the kids loved it and came up afterwards and were just like, nobody's speaking to them in that way about the different things.
Yeah.
And then their staff enjoyed it because it wasn't another boring protocol meeting.
Right.
So I had no idea that we would trickle into the different things that we did.
Yes, I love that, and I love all the value that you bring, and
thank you.
also the energy level too. I mean, it just makes people want to be better, and you take manageable steps, correct?
Oh yeah, I believe this. When I do the speaking engagements or seminars, that's me talking and sharing different things, and I don't write or speak about anything without, okay, this is what it is. This has been part of my life story. This is how I did it, bop, bop, bop. And if you like it and that works for you, great. Now, when we do our one-on-one mentoring at a site, or we do our Evolve and Lead program, what I know is that everybody wants to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it.
Right.
So when I sit there and we do let's rate yourself. What is it that you want to do? What would take you up a notch or 2? And you're going to say your answer. Everybody has their answer. This is the answer you know you want to do and should do. It'll make you feel better.
Yes.
Does it match what the other person needs? Does it match what your husband needs or your wife needs or boyfriend or girlfriend? Does it match what your kid needs? Does it match what your employer or employee needs? And then how do we marry the 2? So you're getting something out of doing what you want, but also their need is getting fulfilled, so what you're doing matters. So it is step by step, but some of these with the one-on-ones, I want to know what you want. And then I got some great concepts that go in and help you with it. So it is step by step, but a lot of it is your step.
Okay. So who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is, like I said, companies. When I sit down with an HR or a vice president or a CEO, COO, CFO, all the O's, somebody that's looking more for their company.
Right.
You really do have a value on work-life balance, work-life harmony, caring for your employees, not just as an employee, because they're going to go home. And if home and relationships and other things aren't right, a lot of times that comes and trickles back in.
Right.
And like I say, my wife is going to call me at 5 o'clock today talking about her day. The better her day was at work, the better my night is. So how do we make both great? So an employer that gets that, a coach or a university or a high school that gets that and says, look, I want more for my people. And it's not them just being this one definition of successful. And that's a lot of our issues. We have this one definition of success that we believe if we chase it and catch it, then we'll be happy.
Right.
And it doesn't always work that way. Right. So companies that are interested in that, or if you're not interested in it, but you know that your people will benefit from it, let's make a connection. Let's sit down and have a conversation and let's do that.
Yes. So Andre, if someone is interested and they're wanting to connect with you and work with you, what does that look like?
It can look, I'm all about flexibility.
Okay.
So we can do it formally, we can do it informally. Like I said, we can have a cup of coffee and sit down and we can just connect. I learn more about you, you learn more about me, and I explain what we have. Or I can do a formal presentation. So a half hour, and I can run down everything that we have, and all of the decision makers are there because it should be questions. Impacting your people and coming into your space, there should be questions.
Yes.
And we talk about the answers and how do we fit something if we don't have it to match what you have at your company. The different programs, if you decide to, one is simple, a single speaking engagement, and we can do that. And so many people right now in conference season or getting their staff together and bringing people in, that's awesome. Stepping that up, like I said, if your staff likes it, don't punish them by not having this person back, because you want those people sitting in that seat the next time this person comes back, eager and like, oh, I can't wait, this was fun. That's the kind of energy that you want for your company.
Yes.
So we have quarterly packages and we have different ones.
Okay.
So you can have 4 of me.
Yes.
Or you could have 4 of me and my dream leaders. Your people, so you can get 2 of me, we do a kickoff. And then we do one that matters most for your company, and we have a list of different things. Okay. But we have a financial dream leader that you can choose to come in. He is absolutely awesome, and he teaches some rules of money. You know, and if anybody wants to do something with him, he'll meet with them for free. Because everybody at your job is getting paid once every 2 weeks, and most of those people are mismanaging the heck out of their money once every 2 weeks. So bringing him in, and then we also have health and wellness dream leaders as well, both male and female, and they're absolutely awesome, talking about everything from posture and how to increase your health with technology, you know, in spite of using all of the technology that we use. And then from a traditional, health and fitness, wellness, losing weight, building. So I love that because, everybody's dream might require something different. So from a personal relationship, leadership growth, me, but then we have other people as well. Our Evolve and Lead program is a 5-week program, and I absolutely love it because it's all about leadership. So week 1, we're looking at how do we evolve our language.
Oh, yes.
It's
so important, by the way.
Exactly.
So
Your
important.
daily language, our daily language will determine our life and our relationships. So how do we get rid of the bully language? But if, can't, try, should, just, only, and deserve, if we can clean that up and put some replacement language in there just on a daily, watch what that does. And then how do we do my 4 C's of connecting and so forth, and how you build a team and things. And then we get into what's our definition of success and leadership.
Right.
So many institutions or schools are telling you what theirs is.
Right.
What's yours?
What's yours?
What's healthy? What's not? What are you good at? What do you stink at?
Yes.
And then how do we build? And then we get into the Leader 7. We get into 7 ways to lead, and then we end with 7 ways to love. Because you can get all of that, but if our relationships, person, partner, parent, professional, if that's not right, all of that success isn't going to matter. Right. So let's complete the circle. And then our last one is our one-on-one mentoring. I sit down with someone, and it's a 5-week program, and I developed my Rue way. Let's rate ourselves. Let's embrace some of the obligations that we have that we don't want to do or have been done already. My wife is pregnant. Hi, Sarah, I love you. And I have to embrace the obligation of cooking, because while she's nursing, I gotta cook, and I don't like cooking. So how do I embrace this and reward myself for something I don't want to do? And it could be that way for anybody. Mine is cooking, yours could be something else. So how do we do that? And then the last one, which has become one of my favorites, is understanding the opposition. Because everybody wants everybody to do what you just want to do. If you would just, don't you know life would be easier if you would just do what I want you to do?
So true.
Life doesn't work that way.
It doesn't.
So how do we understand the significant
Yes.
people in our life? How do we understand why that person is the way they are?
Mm-hmm.
And then what is their biggest and deepest need from us right now?
Right.
If it's reasonable, doable, and fair, then you do it, and we do it a little bit past our comfort zone. If you do that with your boss, if you do that with your employee, with your son, your
Wow.
daughter, your wife, it's amazing how life changes. But where was that
Oh,
employee
yeah.
going to get that from
Oh yeah.
on their own?
I mean, talk about a life upgrade, a life change, a life improvement, to really be able to be like, you know what, let me stop and focus on all of this. And being able to just like force someone to just be like, you know what, take the time and look at your life. What is your definition of success? What does that look like? Have you thought about this? This is an easier way of doing things. I don't know. I mean,
And
that's
it's all their answer.
Yeah.
Like on that last one that I shared with you, okay, these significant people, how do you understand them? I haven't said anything. You told me.
Mm-hmm.
What is their biggest and deepest need? I haven't said anything. You told me. So what you told me will make you feel better.
Yes.
But if it doesn't match what they need, which means you get homework assignment.
Yes.
You know, and now we get to do those things, and then your life starts to take off, and at least you have a different and better understanding of why you are, who you are, where you are, what you want, and then how to do that. And it's not somebody telling you what to do. It's not your partner saying what you should do. So we don't have the dukes up moment because we're defensive.
Right.
You know, and it's something that's happening at work. You got this at work because you wanted it, and then you get to take it home. So I sit down with people and they say, you know, I did what you said, or I was on my way, I did the homework assignment, and my boyfriend called me and he was crying saying, I didn't know that you felt that way. And she comes into work on cloud nine, so changing her workspace. She thanks me. I said, no, thank your company, because I'm a luxury. I didn't have to be here.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
Or somebody goes, or somebody comes back and they say, well, you know, when we did the rating, one person said, as a professional, I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you rating yourself? She said 5. I said, okay, but you want a promotion? I don't understand. You know, I don't understand. Well, what's that 5 mean? How do we move up a number or 2? One of the homework assignments was, have you asked, and I do this with athletes all the time, have you asked your coach or supervisor what you need to do to be great? What do I need to do to be great?
Right.
And be able to ask that question, but then be quiet and apply it. So now she did what she wanted to do and married it with what he needed, and now she's getting praised. And that supervisor said to her, you know, I've been working here 8 years and nobody's ever asked me that question.
Yep.
Some of these things are so simple, but it's just not getting done because we're droning.
So true. So true. And everyone can get value for this. This is for everyone, I'm trying to say.
It really is.
This is for everyone. Because usually, it's, from what I've noticed, is like business owners or entrepreneurs are the ones that are always looking to improve on themselves and stuff like that. But really, just the everyday person can really invest in their life.
Yeah.
How did you get into this field that you're in?
Well, that's a great question, and thank you for asking that. I say the answer is really big, but I'll try to squeeze it down.
Okay.
Well, I'll go back. I was a high school athlete. I only played 1 year. I was a knucklehead and made some mistakes and paid for it, you know, and played 1 year and earned some scholarships to play Division II football, college football. Okay. And I spent all of that time, and I played professionally for a very, very tiny bit on a small scale. And one of the reasons that we do work with youth is because I spent all of that time in the locker room. I spent all of that time in school and graduated a little bit smarter and a better football player, but I had no idea what it took, and I had no training or preparation for what it meant to be a better man, a brother, a son, and all of these different things. And I felt that was criminal. Like, how could that be that I spent all of this time doing that and I'm better at something that I can't even use anymore?
Wow, good point.
So that was, I on my shift, I said not on my shift.
Yeah.
As an employee, there was so many times where, you know, what was going on at home came into work and vice versa. And there's so many employees that have a life and dream inside and outside of work, but there's only really seems to be one way to help somebody. Or if something is going wrong, hey, go to your EAP program. And I was a therapist for 19 years. And I think it's a valuable profession, and if anybody needs it, please do it.
Right.
But there's a stigma to it too. And no, you don't want to be seen in the waiting room. It's problem focused instead of positive focused. And it's something that you're asking busy people to do after work.
Right.
So I said I wanted to create my own thing that was positive, that was impactful, that was helpful, and for everyone. And we go to you. And there's no stigma about it. And we bring these to you. And it was important to have different factions. So we have a one-on-one where we can sit down and people are more comfortable one-on-one. And we go through my 5-week program. We have an Evolve and Lead, and it's for your leaders, emerging leaders, and then all of your staff, because they will be leaders, and everybody can be a leader anywhere. But how do we do this? And just came up and was very blessed. I was writing the final chapter to my next book that's coming out. And I stumbled across something that I had no idea was going to be as big as it is. And it's called the Leader 7. It's the 7 languages that your employees want to hear, need to hear, and benefit most from hearing from their leader.
Yes.
As leaders, we got to be able to speak all 7.
Right.
But what's your employees' top 2? And then now we can speak everybody's language that we're leading, and we know how to do it casually, and we know how to do it in those tough teaching moments that we got to do as leaders. That's something that we all should know. And then we do the speaking engagements and seminars that are for everybody. So I got into it that way because enough was enough, and I wanted to offer more. And when I was busy and an employee, it would have been so awesome if somebody was coming in and bringing that service to work and then allowing me to go and use these things and do these things and the things I want to do.
Yes.
After work and in work. So that's a big answer to a question there.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yes. So what are the best ways for them to reach you? Anyone that's interested in connecting with you?
You can go to the website, youevolvingnow.com. It's YOU evolvingnow.com. And all of my information is there. If you are a company or anybody, there's a pop-up tab and it says book a consult with me. And we can do that. Or you can just call the phone number. I love to have conversations. I love to not only do business with people, but let's develop a connection, a relationship.
Yes.
So coffee on me. We can meet at your office or we can meet somewhere and we can sit down and just and connect. And if it's a great fit, great. If it's not, maybe it will be later. It's all good.
Yes, and what's that phone number?
610-406-1852.
Awesome. So definitely reach out to Andre because I think this is fabulous and you bring a lot of value. And also check out his book.
Oh, yeah. Well, 2 books that are there now.
Yes.
One is called Evolve, and I had this vision in my head as a kid that I would write a book that had a question mark on it. So a book of questions. So it was a coffee table book that I just wanted to be able, anybody to put somewhere, and anybody that picks it up walks away better with a quote and a question. And these questions end with, do you know your partner's answer? Do you know your kid's answer?
Oh, I gotta check that out.
The rut will drive us crazy. Most of us will deal with the big stuff that comes up in life.
Yes.
But the rut in our relationships with our partner or our kids or anybody, let's have a different question. Then we get something different to say and then something different to talk about.
Beautiful.
7 Ways to Love. Absolutely. That was my baby. That's my first content.
Where can we get this?
It's all on the website. You can also go to barnesandnoble.com, Amazon.com, but go to the website.
Yes.
Please go to the website. And the newest book coming out is 7 Ways to Lead.
7 Ways to Lead. And when is that going to be out?
That's going to be out in December, like right before Christmas, so it makes a great stocking stuffer selling.
Yes.
And then the Leader 7 will come after that, because that was the last chapter that I wrote, and then I didn't know it was going to be what it is. And now for seminars and things and trainings, it's been just absolutely amazing.
Isn't it magical how that happens? I mean, really.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I was writing it, and it was one of the first times I've ever just stopped cold and said, whoa. And then I did some research, and I was explaining it to the businesses that I was currently working at, and I said, just be honest, what do you think? And they said, whoa. So it's just been an amazing thing. And you guys, please check out Chuck and Janet here. These guys have such great things going on, and please, I love being involved with awesome people.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you taking the time to be able to give out the message out there because, again, you're fabulous. I love your energy. And I really look forward to the many wonderful things that you are going to do in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's much appreciated. Thank you. And thank you, guys.
Yes. Bye, guys.